Any object that is in motion has a speed. In this video, you are going to learn the following. The definition of speed. What is instantaneous speed? What is average speed? And, what are the properties of speed? What is speed? Speed is a measure of how fast an object moves or moved over a time interval. To understand the speed, I am considering a car on a road. The car moves on the road and arrives here. The time when the car starts is called the initial time, and I take it as t1. The time when the car arrives the destination is called the final time, and I take it as t2. The length of the road, from here to here, is the distance traveled by the car. How long the car takes to travel this distance? That is t2 minus t1, which is called the time interval. We write it as delta t. If you divide this distance by the time interval, you get the speed of the car between the times t1 and t2. This is the formula to find the speed of an object. So, the speed of an object in a time interval is the distance travels by the object in that time interval, divided by the time interval. We call some speed instantaneous speed, and some average speed. Next, we will look at what is instantaneous speed, and what is average speed. Instantaneous speed of an object is the speed of the object at an instant of time. That is the speed at one time. As an example, I assume this car starts at 5 p.m. What is the speed of the car at 5:15 p.m.? 5:15 is an instant of time, so the speed at this time is an instantaneous speed. When you look at the odometer of a moving car, what you see is the speed at that instant of time. So, the speed shown by an odometer is an instantaneous speed. Now, the question is, how to find the instantaneous speed? I am considering a car that starts at 7 a.m. At 7:10 a.m., the car is passing a point somewhere here. What is the speed of the car at 7:10 a.m.? 7:10 is an instant of time, so, the speed is the instantaneous speed. We have this formula to find the speed. Note that, the speed is determined over a time interval. So we need 2 times to find the speed. But we have only 1 time. So what we need to do is, take another time that is close to this time. For example, I take a time that is 0.1 second earlier, which is 7:10 minus 0.1 second. The time interval between these 2 times is, delta t, is equal to 0.1 second. This is the typical time interval used in a car odometer. Note that, the time interval should be as close to 0 as possible, because smaller the time interval better the accuracy. But if the object is moving at a constant speed, or can change its speed only slowly around the time of interest, you can have larger time interval. Now, at this time, the car is passing somewhere here. Measure this distance. And, divide the distance by the time interval. You will get the speed at 7:10. So, instantaneous speed is the speed at an instant of time, which is measured over a small time interval around the time of interest. Next, we will look at the average speed. Again, I'm considering a car on a road. At 9 a.m., the car leaves this point, and arrives here at 9:30 a.m. I assume the distance traveled by the car is 20 kilometers. How long it takes for the car to travel this distance, which is the time interval delta t, equals, the final time, minus the initial time, is 30 minutes. 30 minutes is 0.5 hours. Now, use this formula to find the speed, is equal to, distance is 20 kilometers. Divided by time interval is 0.5 hour. Is equal to, 20 divided by 0.5 is 40. The unit is kilometers divided by hour. So, the speed is 40 kilometers per hour. This speed is called an average speed. The question is, why this is an average speed? I am replaying this animation. If you look at the motion of the car, you can see that the car is moving faster here, slows down here. So, the car is not moving at one speed, but there are different instantaneous speeds. But we got only one speed here. Actually, this speed is the average of all instantaneous speeds between the 2 times. So, The average speed of an object is the speed of the object over a time interval, and in that time interval the object may have different instantaneous speeds. Now, let us look at the properties of speed. Speed is equal to distance over time interval. You know that distance is a positive quantity, and the time interval is also a positive quantity. So, speed is a positive quantity. The SI unit of speed is meter per second. From the speed, we cannot tell in what direction the object is moving. So, speed has no direction.